We will do a yin yang session, but not a myofascial release session. It will be more yin, so slow stretches to start, and then we'll go gently into some more dynamic movements. So it's going to be more of a Zen class to zone everybody out and create a little bit more Zen and hopefully a little bit more stretching, preparing some of us for body pump tomorrow is part of the goal. Great, so yes, we are starting on the ground. We're going to start in Savasana. So everybody just calming, we're going to center ourselves as well as set our intention for the class today. So come on down, nice and gently, opening up the arms to the side. Taking in some deep breaths through the nose and out through the mouth. We'll try and do 5 nice deep breaths. Feeling the weight of your body onto the floor. Let the muscles in your face slowly just relax and soften. And the rest of your muscles just melt away from the bones, feeling the contact of your muscles on the ground beneath you. Letting your breath resume to its normal speed and rhythm. And we're just going to focus on that breath, how it comes into the body, where you feel it. Notice the pause at the bottom of each exhale, how it might be different than the last one. And perhaps you want to just think about something that you are thankful for today. And set your intention for today's practice. Perhaps thinking about what motivated you to come to class today. On your next exhale, just slowly opening your eyes, coming back to the sounds, the room, being present in this space. And we're going to draw our legs up to 90 degrees, hip width apart, planted firmly on the floor. And we're going to come up on the next exhale into a hip thrust hold. Nice deep breath. Exhale, come on up. And if you'd like to clasp your hands underneath your back, straightening those arms, clasping the hands together. We're focusing on the breath here, creating a nice straight line from your shoulders to your knees, tucking that chin to your chest, slowly and gently as the neck softens. On the next exhale, lower down. We're going to grab our left foot with our hands. The knee is going to be at 90 degrees, and we're grabbing onto that foot, pressing the knee into our chest, flexing the foot so that the toes are pointing towards your head. Your foot is straight up towards the ceiling, that knee is into your chest. You're stretching out that hamstring gently and hang out here. Hopefully you feel some of the muscles start to relax slowly and stop fighting the position. As the knee sinks a little bit more into your chest and armpit. We're going to cross that left foot over the right knee, bring the right knee up, and we're going to hug that right knee into the chest. Threading the arms underneath and around. Breathe through it. From here, rotate the lower body towards the floor, keeping your legs both in forward positions and your shoulders on the mat. So that left foot is likely to be flatly planted on the floor. If you're afraid of that left foot flying out, you can hang on to it with your hand. And hopefully the inner muscles, the adductors, start to let go as well. Everything loosens up as it stops resisting the hold. Slowly roll back to center, stick those legs straight in the air, flexing the toes. Toes are pointing towards your forehead. Legs are nice and straight, trying to push those knees to the back of the wall. Flexing your quadriceps to get an extra stretch. Point and flex the feet, just wiggle those ankles a little bit. And lower the legs down to the mat, 90 degrees again, hip width. On the exhale, come into a thrust, hold again. Your chin is rolling to your chest. You can clasp your hands under your back if you like. On the next exhale, lower down. Nice and slow, grabbing onto the bottom of the right foot this time, bringing that right knee into your chest. Flexing the foot so that it's pointing towards your head. Feel the hip flexors relax a little bit so that that knee starts to fall more into your chest or your armpit. Two more breaths. And crossing the right foot over the left knee, bring the left knee up and give it the hug. Your Your hands are on top of the knee. And gently rotate the lower body so that right foot is planted on the floor. The shoulder blades are still on the mat and you're looking in the opposite direction. Two more breaths. And rotate back to center. Legs are straight up in the air, flexing those feet. Flex and point. Flex, point. From here, we're going to come into a plow. If you would like to do a shoulder stand in between, that is totally welcome. And if you'd like to use your hands, that's fine. Assist as your back comes up and aiming your feet, pointing all the way up. If you'd like to do an eagle or a four, a tree as you're up there, that is totally fine. But ultimately, we're coming back down into a plow at some point, with your legs in the same position, but over your head. Toes are touching beyond your head. So, on the exhale, bringing the knees towards your forehead, rolling yourself up, nice and gently. Coming onto your shoulders, tightening the abs, and straightening up as much as possible. Chin to chest. Have fun with it. Be conscious of that straight line, tucking in the abs, pointing all the way up. And if you've had enough fun there, slowly lower the knees to your forehead, straighten those legs out, tapping the toes down to the floor, nice and slow. Your block is there if you need it. Just reach your arms beyond and put it underneath your toes. Be conscious to be pushing those knees up towards the ceiling. Nice tight quadriceps, give them a flex. Chin is to chest, centering your breathing. Bringing the knees to your ears now. And slowly roll out, one vertebrae at a time. Use those abs to keep you nice and balanced. Gentle, gentle. Come back into Savasana. Let your lower back muscles just reset, nice and slowly. Couple of deep breaths. And just grab both knees into your chest, give them a nice hug. Trying to wrap those elbows around the knees so that we're bringing the knees nice and close. Two more breaths. And gently roll onto your right side. And we're going to come up into a side plank. So from here, bringing the forearm underneath the elbow, you can either scissor the feet, stack them, or use your leg to support. And we're coming up just into a nice plank position. Focus on the breathing. If you would like to grab onto your toe, this is the time to do it. Though not required. Focus on that plank. Two more breaths. And come on down, onto your stomach this time. From here, right arm is stretched out. Left arm is grabbing for your foot, reaching up about a foot off the mat with your right arm and left foot. Try and push that foot into your hand to get a good stretch of the quadriceps. Good, you need this today. Other hand. That might help. Oh. And make it more complicated. One more breath. And relax. Extend those arms out. Take a couple of good deep breaths. Chin is on the mat. Right hand is reaching back to grabbing your foot. Left arm is coming up. Again, pushing that foot into the hand. Push away. One more breath. Release. Extend both arms out, chin is to the floor. Nice deep breaths. Now, what would it be without a wheel? Grabbing both feet. Again, pushing both feet against the hands, opening up the chest. Shoulders are coming away from the ears. Try to breathe normally. biggest challenge. 2 more breaths. And relax. Well done. 1 last rest. Chin is the floor. And we're rolling onto the left side to do our side plank. However you did it on the right side, try and do the same on the left. Focusing on the plank, on your stability and your breath. If you so desire to grab onto your foot, you are welcome to do so. And lower down. Back onto our front, we're going to do a series of planks and chaturangas. So come into your table to start. From here, make sure that the fingers or the hands are right underneath the shoulders and they're splayed out for as much position as possible. With the toes digging in, we're coming into a plank and just hold. And get a few breaths here before coming into chaturanga. Keeping the shoulders in line with the ankles. You're not sagging and your butt's not sticking out either. Nice line. And on the next exhale, lower those elbows into your sides. Come into chaturanga. Hovering above the floor. From here, come into upward facing dog. Flattening those feet. And push into child's pose on the exhale. Breathe and bring yourselves up to hero's pose. We're going to do a reclined hero today. At least we're going to try, but we're going to start with a camel and then a little thunderbolt and then a reclining hero's pose, small. So to start, come on up. Your knees are going to be about hip width apart for stability. And we're going to reach back to the ankles to start, arching the lower back, as you did in your bow, your wheel position. And you're rolling those shoulders back, opening the chest. So you've just changed your position from lying flat on the floor to being up on your knees. So the position shouldn't be different. It's just the intensity of the stretch. Let your breathing resume. And as you're able, and the muscles relax a bit, you can reach those hands in behind the knees to little thunderbolt. Dropping your head, arching the lower back. And from here, sinking down into those knees, we're coming into a reclined hero. So, as you're able to, and those muscles in your quadriceps relax, slowly, slowly start to recline. Use your arms, your forearms, however you can to allow yourself to come on down. Let all the muscles slowly sink into the stretch. Use your breath to power you. If at any point it's too intense, come on up. And when you come up, get your elbows into the mat, forearms, and push yourself up nice and gently. Come back into your table. We're going to do our Vinyasa a little bit faster with 2 breaths in each pose this time. So into your plank. Down into Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale back into child's pose. Nice and slow. Warming up the body. Working all of the deep connective tissue here. And inhale back to table. Exhale to plank. Inhale to Chaturanga. Exhale, upward facing. And back into child's pose. We're going to add down dog and a leg extension in now. So back into table. Inhale. Exhale into down dog. You're going to bring the right knee into your chest, into your plank. On the inhale, exhale, extend that leg back up. Repeat this motion. Inhale to plank. Exhale, extend. 3 more. Pushing that heel back into the mat a little bit deeper each time. On this next one, inhale the plank, exhale all the way up, bend that knee, rotate the hips forward, walking the hands to the left of the mat, looking up under your armpit towards that bent foot. And a nice rotation, opening up that side body. Two more breaths. And rotate out of that, nice and gentle. Come down into your table. Sink back into child's pose. Inhale up to table. And throwing the down dog into it on the left leg. And inhaling to plank, left knee comes to chest. Exhale, extend that leg all the way behind. Inhale to plank. Exhale, extend. Repeat this motion. On this next one, bend the knee at the top into wild thing, rotate the pelvis, hands come out to the side of the mat, looking up under your armpit. Looking at the heel, foot that's bent. Rotate that pelvis to the wall. And come on down into table, nice and gently, reset. Extend those hands forward, back into child's pose, opening up the knees this time, nice and wide to the edge of the mat. And just wiggle those wrists to give them a little bit of a stretch. From here, inhale up to table. Before repeating our Vinyasa, and I'm going to invite you to come into a crane pose. For anybody that would like to try. You don't have to, but you are welcome to. And your hands are going to be splayed out right underneath your shoulder.